Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between mountains, lived a woman named Laura. Her life had been a mosaic of beautiful moments and painful scars. She had loved deeply, lost painfully, and carried the weight of her past for far too long. Every day she woke up to the same haunting memories, the same regrets, and the same questions. What if I had done things differently? Laura spent years trying to outrun her past, but it always found her in quiet moments, lurking in the corners of her mind. She knew she needed to move on, but the road ahead felt too uncertain, too daunting. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden glow over the village, Lara sat by the river and listened to the sound of the water flowing. She could almost hear it whispering to her, "Let go." A voice inside her heart responded, "But how? How do I leave behind something that has shaped me?" Just then, an old woman appeared beside her. Her face was lined with wisdom, her eyes soft but filled with strength. Lara didn't notice her at first, but the woman spoke kindly. "You carry the weight of yesterday as though it can guide your steps forward, but it only slows you down. The past is a book that has already been written. You must close it if you want to write a new chapter." Lara looked at the woman unsure, yet intrigued. "But how do I forget? How do I erase the mistakes, the regrets, the heartache?" The woman smiled. "It's not about forgetting, Lara. It's about forgiving yourself, others, and life itself. The past is a teacher, not a prison. It has shown you what you're capable of, and it has taught you lessons you needed to learn. But you must release its hold to make room for the new." Lara took a deep breath. Forgiving, releasing. It sounded so simple, yet felt so complex. But the woman's words stayed with her as she walked back to her home that night. Days passed and Lara began to shift her perspective. She started by forgiving herself for all the moments she had wished she could rewrite. She made peace with the people who had hurt her, understanding that their actions were not a reflection of her worth. She no longer allowed the mistakes of yesterday to define who she was becoming today. One morning, as she gazed out at the mountains that had always seemed so distant, Lara realized something profound. The past had no power over her anymore. She started to move with intention, letting go of what no longer served her. The river she had once sat beside now became a symbol of renewal. Just as the water flowed forward, so too did her life, and with each step she took into the unknown, Lara embraced the beautiful truth. You cannot change what has been, but you have the power to create what will be. Lara didn't forget her past. She honored it, but she no longer allowed it to cloud her future. She learned to forgive, to release, and to step into a life where every new day was a chance to rewrite her story. With courage and grace, she left the past behind, and with it, the possibility of a brighter tomorrow. And so, Laura's journey continued, not defined by what she had lost, but by what she had gained: strength, resilience, and a heart open to the limitless potential of each new beginning. Sometimes the hardest thing is to forgive ourselves and release the grip of the past. But the moment we do, we open the door to possibilities far beyond what we could imagine. Let the lessons of yesterday guide you, but don't let them keep you from the life you're meant to live. Keep moving forward. You are not defined by your past.